Good morning. Here we are. For those of you who are connoisseurs of the sounds that happen around here, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's an unusual sound for Colorado. Thunder, lightning, and rain. Okay, so here we are. Here we are. It is time to assemble. Well, also to check things over, that kind of stuff. So, there's your movement. You can see your new lower mainspring arbor port jewel is right there. Well, let's make it a little straighter. That's the stuff. Okay, that's looking good. Bridges look fine. The weight had a little corrosion on it. Now it's got a few marks where that was, but other than that, it's okay. I started working on the hands. I haven't yet started working on the dial, but I want to get this running. And let's get this running and going, and then I'll think about the dial once this is going, because this has to, it's the best way to do stuff. So when I come back, we're going to look at the final numbers. Not the final numbers. When I come back, this will be more assembled, basically closer to being able to be run. And then we'll go from there. Oh, but I meant to tell you, look at the case. I mean, it's not clean, like, I mean, it's clean, but I haven't done like the final clean on it, but look at the case lines. You can see the mirror finish on there. That's the original top brushing. Yeah, like, ignore that thing. I need to go through and do a finish clean. This had a lot of impacted crap in it. In fact, and you can still see some right there around the crown tube. I have to get in there and physically remove all of that stuff and then go through again. You can see there's a little bit of pitting here. Remember, this whole thing had a pall of corrosion over it, but the sealing surfaces are good. I just have to finish it. But the case looks great. It really does. Very happy with it. So, that's great. And now, whoops, got that all tangled up. Okay, cool. The magic moment is almost here. It's going together nicely. Now you will remember, of course, that I couldn't get it to spin over at all before we took it apart. Oh, I'm a silly butt. I wanted to show you this train is real nice and smooth. You can see that the teeth in the mainspring barrel there are intersecting with the center wheel exactly where they should. The reset, so far, naturally, I haven't adjusted anything, is quite light. And I actually really, really prefer going for a light set. I can tighten that up, but I prefer not to. The only sort of negative, if you can call it back, is sometimes you won't get that clean snap all the way to zero with a light reset like this. Sometimes it might be a little slower, but I'm just so serious about protecting the chronograph wheel. But the adjustment to make that a little stiffer right here, it's not hard. I can do it in a few minutes. I just like to go light. Okay, I'm putting in a little bit of power. I've not yet screwed down pallet bridge, pallet cock. Okay, it is clicking, so power is making it through the train. And that means also, oops, shoot. It also means that the pinions are set correctly. But you still want to double check it. Always. I've only done it a few times where you're firming down firming down a screw, and you can feel it start to resist a little too soon, and you're just not thinking, and you crank it down just a hair, and you feel a snap, and all of a sudden the screw goes slack, and that's when you snap to pivot. I remember the last time I did it, it's probably about 6 years ago. I remember everything about it. I remember where my bench and everything was set up then. I remember who I was talking to and what was going on, and that was the start of my "don't talk to me when I'm working on watches" phase, actually. Okay. Okay, it only has a little bit of power in it. I have to remember to let's goose that thing up. Let's give it some pepper. There's that bridle slipping. Mainspring feels okay. I want to come in from this other side. What's going on here, Mr. Hairspring thing? There we go. I think the rain making me sleepy. It just doesn't happen here very often. I mean, we live here, it's semi-arid. I mean, it's basically a high plains desert, almost. When I was a kid in the 70s, one of my favorite bands was ELO. And, of course, their song, Mr. Blue Sky, talking about how there isn't a cloud in sight, and it's just amazing. Oh my gosh, Mr. Blue Sky, so happy to see you. Colorado has 350 days of sun a year. Like, it's always sunny here, always. And so I was mystified. Okay, she's running. Let me demag it and let's get the time grapher fired up. On the time grapher, I'm going to adjust it live, but you're not going to see me adjusting it, so I'll tell you what I'm doing. Okay, so let's figure out what happened here. Okay, we got some beat error, but it's a clean signal. Yeah, right on. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that silly beat error. These two lines apart are indicating that gap right there. This is the visual demonstration. This is numeric. So we want to get these two lines to become one. Oh, come on. Why did you come in here then? Rocket was upset about something. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that beat error. And so I'm going to move the, I'm going to, if I had to guess, I bet you I'm going to go clockwise, which is left, which will increase the speed. And look at that. And our number drops to 3.0. So now, I don't want it to be racing crazy, so I'm going to drop the accuracy. I kind of don't care what I'm dropping it to, because I'm going to adjust it again. And as you can see, I adjusted it that other way. And as I get closer, as I pull the lines together, I'm effectively shortening the hairspring, which makes it go faster. And so that is going to get it closer up to accurate. See, we're getting it there. I'm just moving the arm with the stud in it. Did I go too far? Did I? Oh, yes, I did. Ah, itchy ear. No. Okay, let's. I went too far again. I'm going back the other way. Let's just. I'm being too cautious. I don't think I'm moving it really. What? Yeah, I'm just being too. Okay. Let's drop that accuracy. Let's slow it down a titch. Now I'm going to hit that. Oh, crap. Slid a little bit further than we wanted to. Okay, so I'm going to pull the accuracy up and see if I'm getting any variation in the beat error. Oh, I went too far. Okay. I'm going to let that sit. Okay, so she's running right there. I'm going to let that sit. I'm not going to watch this trace forever. I'm just going to leave it alone for now. Put that cover on there, and that's it for now. I'm going to think about the dial and the hands. Okay, it is same day. Hey, the rain came back. Rained twice in one day in Colorado. Wow. It's 10:04 p.m. I've been working on this on and off. And I think that's about where we're going to get it to. I wouldn't really recommend me trying to push it too much more. So I guess the decision point is now, do you want to keep this with this original, but, marked lume, or do you want to clean the whole thing off and go with a full relume? Your hour hand actually is great. There's no problem with that. And the metal on your minute hand here is perfect. I mean, like perfect. Well, trying to get a reflection on here, and it ain't working. But the lume is just black. It's dead. So, I mean, that's as good as I could get, and it wasn't very good. So, I can relume this hand with my Vintalume to match this hand. So, because then you'd get consistency, because this is the only original undamaged lume. But I can take this hand, because the metal's great, and match this. So you'll have patina on the markers, but the hands themselves will be this white. I actually think that would be pretty cool looking. Let's see if I've got another hand. Yes I do. This is, I need to clean it, but I must have gotten this out for this very reason. This is an original hand that I've never cleaned. There you go. I think that's pretty sexy. I really do. That's nice. And then this isn't even my vanilla. I mean, that's original. That's real. This matches that. It's all genuine. That'd pretty cool looking. That's pretty neat. Okay, well, you let me know what you think. Movement's running fine. As soon as you give me a word on the dial loom, hand, I can button it up and get on testing. Okay, thank you so much. What's up, buddy? Wow.
Whoa!
What, do you like the flag? Well, it was your granddad's. He was very proud of it.
What? Our granddad's? What name was it?
Donald.
Donald?
Yep.
Then what's my other one?
Opa.
Oh, and my other one is named Neo.
Oh, no, that's your great-grandfather. Okay, look at freedom flying. Say bye-bye, Sebastian.
What?
Say bye-bye.